Hi, welcome. Advait Sehdev here. Today I want to talk about a very interesting case that I had with one of my doctor friends. He runs a very large hospital in Ahmedabad, and they wanted to develop a medical app for doctors and patients interaction. Now the whole idea was to reduce commute, and the idea was to make sure that there's a lot of interaction so that patients don't feel lonely, they don't feel that no one is caring for them, they don't feel that the hospital is not there for them. And it was to build a good brand, a great repo with all the existing patients. Now they already had an app, and the interaction was very very low. The doctors did not feel like typing over there, the patients did not feel like typing over there, the chat was there, all the features were there. It was a lovely app, it was built very beautifully, and other features were working well. For example, uploading the case reports, scheduling appointments, all of that was working well. But this particular feature of interaction was not working well, right? So that's where I explained to him that you need to understand mobile and mobile app a little more clearly. You need to understand what really happens when a person holds a mobile. Now look at the image, for example, the image in front of you. Now there are typically two ways of holding a mobile. You can either hold it the way it's held on the left image, or the way it's held on the right image. Most important is notice the thumb, right? And notice what the value of thumb is. Thumb is the most important part when we want any interaction. So let's look at that, right? What is interaction? Interaction is pressing something with a thumb, right? Now look at this. When you want to press something with a thumb, essentially the thumb is either at the bottom part of the mobile or below the top half. It is always in the second half of the mobile, right? So if you want an action to be done, one of the first principles, the basic principle, is that have that action item, have that box, have that button, have that link at the bottom section. Because if that happens, then it will be much easier for the person to take that interaction, right? Now it might seem something very trivial, it might seem something that if I really want to type, I will make an effort. I'll just lift my thumb, go to the top. That's not an effort, right? That's what you must be thinking. But that's not the case. Let's look at these examples. Look at social media. So I have four examples over here. I have Facebook, I have Twitter, I have Instagram, and I have TikTok. Look at these examples. And I'm talking purely from an aspect of typing or posting a status, which might be image, which might be a video, which might be anything else. But that's the aspect that I'm looking at. I'm not looking at scrolling through. So look at Facebook. Where is that place? It's at the top. So do you feel comfortable, typing or putting something which is up or down? You have your mobile in your hand right now. Try it out. Is it more comfortable if the thumb is down, or is it more comfortable if the thumb is up? Look at Twitter. Now Twitter has a very interesting strategy. There's a bottom feather icon on the right hand side. Now Twitter is mostly a texting platform. Now what really happens over here is, if you want to text, and if you want to text well, you'll typically need both hands. So you hold the mobile with both hands, tap the text icon with your right hand thumb, and then start typing. It enables fast typing also, and that is why Twitter has used the bottom part and the right side very effectively. But still they miss out on something. Let's look at that. Let's look at Instagram. Now Instagram has a plus icon at the bottom, which is very well designed because it can be accessed by left hand, right hand, whichever hand, doesn't matter. And it is in a menu section. So it is very easy to locate. The feather icon on Twitter is not so easy to locate because it is not in a menu. Now Insta did a great job. Now came TikTok. TikTok said, we'll do an even better job. We can't improve the position. The position is already the best by Insta. But what can we do? Can we make the button much more prominent? So they changed the color of the menu to black, and the button is completely contrasting. The add button is so contrasting that it is the most obvious thing, the most visible thing on that page, on that menu, and that's where people click. And that is why the reason these platforms are getting more and more popular in terms of new posts, new content, new text, and so on, is defined by the simple thumb rule. So, since you've seen these examples, now you appreciate that this is how, this is the importance of thumb, this is the importance of placement of elements on a mobile app, on a website, or wherever, right? So, this is the simple change that we did for the hospital app. We changed a button, an icon at the bottom in the menu, and which was essentially for comments, which was for chat between doctors and patients. And that is what led to the immediate increase in conversations. Immediate increase because the app was already being used. It was being used for other factors, only the interactions were not happening. So it's all about changing that human behavior in the simplest possible manner so that you don't make things complex. You make things as easy as possible for the end user, for the buyer, for the patient, for your customer, for whoever. The more easier the things are, the more they will work. Thank you. This is Advait Sehdev. I'll see you soon.